Hi guys, sorry I started another video because it froze. I mean, people could still hear me, but it wasn't the same. So I'm going to start off with where I was, wait for people to come and join. Hopefully you'll come and join me because there were so many of you in my previous chat and it was so nice. Anyways, so I was talking about the FA Cup. Well, actually, I really should be talking about the match review. So until people join, let me just finish talking about the match review. Hi, Shay. So yeah, first half was a bit dead, and honestly at halftime I even tweeted out, and I did put it on Facebook as well, I thought this game really cried out for Lucas Moura. I think we were quite slow in the first half and we really needed to up the pace, which is thankfully what we did, but it was never going to be an easy game, and Stoke made sure of that. They cut up the game as much as possible. They made some fouls, obviously. We had a few free kicks, and well, we did not do well in the free kicks in the first half. Not so much better in the second half, but hey. So there were a lot of free kicks and we couldn't really get into our nice flowing football. But anyways, that was that. But thankfully we got there in the end. The two questions I wanted to finish on answering, and then hopefully I'll get a few more, is FA Cup. Yeah, I could do a mini preview basically, is that, yeah, we've already beaten United once this season at Wembley, but that was different. Obviously, it was a league game. This is going to be a cup game. It's not going to be any easier, and I'm pretty sure Mourinho would have learnt from that mistake. So he won't make it easy. As I said, it's a cup game, very different atmosphere. It's, you know, it's a what happens on that day sort of situation, and we would have known, especially compared to last season against Chelsea. That's why I'm quite glad that we obviously don't have Chelsea this season, and hopefully Son won't play as a left wing back, but I'm joking. The point is, the ball flicked off his shoulder. Oh, thank you, Alan. Hopefully then they will award it to him. That would be quite useful. So yeah, as for the semi-final and just in general the FA Cup, we definitely have a chance. There's no reason why we can't when we're at our best, which wasn't technically today, I must say. This wasn't one of the better Tottenham performances I've seen in my lifetime, or have heard, because majority of the game I actually just heard and listened to on the radio. But on our best days, we can beat anyone. So I'm really pumped for I think the team will be quite pumped for the semi-final. But before that, we've got City, which is really important, and hopefully it won't be too important for them, because if they can get the job done soon this afternoon and they can beat United and then clinch the trophy and the league title, which would have been absolutely insane so early on in the season that they've done it. They've absolutely run away with this. But the point is, if they can get that done, maybe they won't be so focused on the next league game. Yeah, it's working again. Sorry, I started it again. I'm new to this, guys. I do apologise. But yeah, so for City, I can't speak. So for City, the point is that we shouldn't underestimate them, but we shouldn't give them too much. You know, it's not like they're this godly team. Obviously, they are really good, but they are beatable. And I remember watching the Chelsea game against City, and Chelsea just lied down. They didn't do anything. So we definitely need to go and attack them. But what depends on what team I would put out. Obviously, I think he's going to rotate again. He's going to change the fullbacks, because obviously we had Aurier and Rose this time. He's going to play Trippier and Davies. They seem to be more in form right now. I think on their best days, Rose is definitely better than Davies, but I still think he's not quite sharp enough yet. He's still looking quite rusty, and Davies has been incredibly consistent for us this season. So I'm pretty sure Davies is going to play for us against City. That was also a question, which is my next game I'm going to, and it is going to be City. And yeah, Paul did give the blueprint for beating City. And yeah, so obviously it starts from there, and Vertonghen and Sanchez have been absolutely outstanding for us this season. Hope City win, have them, yeah. Yeah, we do need to keep our foot in the pedal. Cool. Score prediction for City. Oh my god, I don't know. I have to think about it for a whole week. But going back to that, yeah, and then it's interesting because obviously Dembele has to start. He was absolutely outstanding today. I said it in the other video. He was my man of the match. So yeah, let me know who yours was, but I'm pretty sure it was Dembele for me. And I think Wanyama looks really good as well. And then Dyer came on, not so good, but then Dyer's been pretty good in other games. So right now it's a toss-up between the two of them. I don't know. Probably Poch will just play Dyer because he played Wanyama today. I don't know, but if he plays Wanyama, I won't exactly be upset. And so that's that. And then up front, obviously, Kane's going to start. Now, I think Sonny was all right today, but I think Lamella's work rate and the way he pressures teams, doesn't matter who they are, I think that would be so valuable against City. Nobody likes someone coming running at you and putting the pressure on you. So I believe that that would be incredibly valuable for us against City. So I'm going to check the comments as well. Thank you, Lee. City win tonight, we are only 1 point behind Man U. Well, that would be quite nice. Would you like to see Lamela back for a full starting role? You know, as I said, one of my favourite things about Lamela is the way he presses and the work rate he puts in. I absolutely love that, and I think it's such a breath of fresh air I'm not saying compared to any other players, but obviously we had him out for a long period of time, and seeing that coming back in it's amazing. It's obviously why Poch loves him so much. He's obviously such a Poch player. I think he would work really well against City. I think right now cementing a solid first team place is quite hard for a lot of players. I think Sonny and Lamela have to fight and they have to rotate. They put in so much energy as well. I don't know if they could consistently put that in, 90 minutes week in, week out, which I think is fine that they managed to rotate. That's just a long-winded answer for you, basically. But yeah, I think rotating them is not exactly the worst thing in the world, is it? Let me check some of the other comments. Do you think we are going backwards defensively? What do you mean by that, David? What, that we were passing a lot backwards or what? Oh, hey, Edward. Shout out to the United States. Oh, God. What time is it over there? I'm rubbish with time zones. Eriksen 2 goals and then a third point. Even though without being better, Harry would have hit the regarding the golden boot. Yes, I really wanted Harry to get at least a hat-trick today. But as I said, it wasn't an easy game. So, sing a Spurs chant. No, I'm not singing. Can't sing. For love nor money. Trippier is for me our best right back. I mean, I think on paper I would say it's Aurier going forward, although Trippier's crosses can be quite good, but Trippier defensively is far better right now than Aurier. I mean, as I said, he left a lot of spaces behind him today. So right now Trippier's more consistent for you, but I think there's a hell of a lot more potential in Aurier. But he needs at least a year obviously now with Poch, and then a proper pre-season, and who knows what he's going to bring out of him. I'm excited. Hello to all the Spurs fans from all over the world. Very true. Fully agreed. Coca actually looked strong on the ball today, as well as tricky with his passes as usual. Need a spot for Lucas too. That is interesting. And, I did say at half-time that this game is crying out for Lucas because I wanted that pace. And he looked exceptional whenever he's come on. But bearing in mind, and there was a lot of good points people raised as well, is that Poch doesn't really buy for right now. He buys for the future in terms of whoever it was. It's just he never suddenly brings in someone, whether that's an injury as well or if he buys someone. So the fact that we have seen Moura a lot is really good, but I didn't expect him to come in to become a first team regular unless someone gets injured, which is obviously a different matter. But with everyone being back, obviously we only have Winks and Kyle Walker-Peters out, so that doesn't really affect Moura. I believe that he won't get a first team cemented starting spot right now. However, I do want to see him come off, and he hasn't played a lot for PSG. I mean, he kind of played, kind of didn't, so he needs to get back into the swing of things. But I'm excited about Moura. I do want to see him, but I can understand where Poch is coming from to not start him all the time. It's just it's the Poch style, and the guy's a genius. He's done so many good things for us. I am not going to question him on these things. Okay. Sorry, I gotta scroll back. Now that I've figured out how to read a chat, I'm so happy. The little things about this. Anyways, yeah. Coco good. Lucas needs to start too. One of the chasing second, we had favourites with our form. Lamela, good call. Thank you. Our defence is not as good as it has been. Thank you for clearing that up, David. I think that's not true in terms of the fact that I think Vertonghen's been absolutely outstanding. He's been Mr. Consistent for us the whole season. I think the way Sanchez has come in this is his first season. I still can't wrap my head around how amazing he's been for us in his first season. I think our centre-backs have been outstanding for us, and it's just the full-backs that we need to rotate. And yeah, our defence will look shakier if we're going to get crosses coming in because we're not playing our more informed fullbacks. And okay, yeah, Lloris made 2 mistakes now in 2 weeks, but other than that, he does save us a lot more than he makes mistakes. So, and we did win in the end of the day, both of those games. So it cancels itself out. People will remember the victories and not the mistakes, in my opinion. I mean, I know one of them, actually both of them resulted in a goal, but realistically, I prefer to remember the times he saves us, and he makes a lot of decent saves. So I think our defence isn't that shaky. And with our full strength, with Davies and Trippier right now as our preferred fullbacks, I think it's perfectly solid. There's nothing wrong with it. All right, let me go back. Do you believe Ben Davies will be here next year? Yeah, of course. I don't see a reason why not. I mean, right now he's our top centre left back, so there's no reason why he shouldn't be leave. I didn't hear any rumours of him wanting to leave. I think he's perfectly happy here. I don't see a reason why not. I mean, I hope so, because I like him here. But exactly. Well said, Stacey. Thank you, Tanvir. I am live now. I managed to get live again. If we don't win the FA Cup this season, is a failure. Well, it's a bit harsh. I think this is a tough thing about football and with the way people expect things. But it's true about in life as well. If you only focus on the destination and not the journey, then you're going to live that for like 1 second and, okay, well, half a day. You're going to enjoy it and then celebrate it, but then it's gone. But if you do enjoy the journey as well, and I think we've been on a hell of a journey, and the last few seasons with Pochettino have been absolutely outstanding, and if we can't enjoy that and all we're focused on is, oh my god, we need to win a trophy, otherwise this has gone down the drain sort of thing, then I'm not quite sure that's the right attitude. That being said, we obviously do want to and need to lift the silverware at some point, but I don't really want to put that pressure. I think it's more important to focus on going into games. It's like, okay, we're going to focus on who's in front of us right now, what we can do to win the ball in this minute and in this half, how do we improve it, and then, oh, okay, we've lifted the silverware. So it's easier to break it down than to put that huge pressure on. It's like, oh my god, we need to win a silverware. At least that's my opinion, but who knows, I might be talking rubbish. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Spurs and chill. Toby. Talk about Toby in a minute. Thank you. Sessegnon. Yeah, I mean, Sessegnon, if Poch wants him and he comes, ain't going to object pretty much at this point. I've got hyped up about players coming in. I've not got hyped about players coming in. The ones I didn't get hyped about are good. The ones I got hyped about aren't that good for us. So, you know what? At this point, I'm not going to get hyped. And if they do well, then yay. If they don't do well, then so as for Sessegnon, as for Toby, you know, he was apparently really, really rusty for Belgium when he played that 90 minutes, even though it was a full 90 minutes. And as I said with Poch, he doesn't like to bring back players from injury immediately. And why would you drop either of Sanchez and Vertonghen when they've both been absolutely amazing? And there's no point going into a back three because we've played so solid with a back four. And if there's any rumours for, you know, he doesn't want to sign a contract or whatnot, then we know what happened with Kyle Walker. And that's where I'm going to leave it at. And that's enough about Toby. So, oh, Finland, hello. Japan, oh my god, so international. Son was, well, he wasn't his best, let's put it that way. With the squad Spurs have, they should be challenging City for the title. Well, not this season, we're not. not this season. Have you met any Spurs players? I've met Vertonghen. Well done to you. I have never met any Spurs players, unfortunately. Well, maybe one day in the future, who knows. Tough game, we weren't great but got the result, and that's really important. We wouldn't have done that in a couple of seasons ago. Love from Japan, thank you. Should be playing Trippier. Yeah, I think right now Trippier is our more informed right back, but we do need to rotate because next week obviously we've got City, then we've got Brighton, then we've got United in a week. Well, roughly in a week, you know, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So we need to be able to have them match fit, because if we would have played Trippier again today, I know we have a week's break, but then we bring in Rose and Aurea for Brighton, and then they don't have much form. What time is it? Does anyone know? Oh my god, the City game started. I want to watch the City game. Let me answer some questions and then I'll finish this because I want to watch the City game. Do you think we'll be staying in CL if Toby was playing? That's a tough question. I think with that Juventus game, we did really well out in Turin, obviously, to come back. But then regarding the home game, I don't know if it was Toby's fault. Maybe we could have done better defensively, but I think it was just a case that we should have realised that they made some subs and then we need to make some subs, and that's my personal opinion about the situation. Ifs and buts, you need to move on and we need to focus on the future. I love how many comments I'm getting, but it's hard for me to scroll back. Hello. Everton are the best. You know what? I rate Everton. They're nice people. Do you think Toby's going to be sold? More than likely. Why are Spurs stalling on Toby's contract? I've heard a lot of things. Let's not get into it. Hello, Finland. Winning trophies, mainly pleased with our progress. Yes. Ask about Davies because he gets beat by lacy wingers consistently and his crosses are poor. I think his crosses are all right. I'm not saying they're the best, but I think they've improved a lot. I think there's still a lot he can improve on. But nothing to show for a great team and manager without silverware. As I said, debatable, but yeah. I think Lucas should be playing more. He has class. I do agree that he should be playing more. Spurs tried to get Ross Barkley, but they failed. Yeah, and what has he done so far? He's still injured. A season at Wembley, top 4 finish was a great result. Add a cup semi-final and CL run being a good season already. Could be even better. Well said. I agree. I think especially with the CL run, I mean, look what we did last season in the Champions League. My goodness. That improvement on its own has been amazing. Why do you think there seems to be some haters of vloggers? Change. People don't like change. Some people are set in their ways. Some people aren't. You can't do it about it. Everyone's going to hate someone. I mean, Christ, KSI has haters at this point, and look at what he's done already. People, you know, Dele Alli's got haters. Let's be more relevant, and he's an outstanding footballer, but yet he gets booed. A 21-year-old England international gets booed to almost every stadium he goes to. So some people are like that. It's not something I'm ever going to understand. It's not my mentality towards things. If I don't like something, I just don't bother to engulf myself with it, and I walk away, or I have a decent conversation about it. But that's just the way I think, and people are just people. Can't do much about it. Denmark! Hello. Denmark. I met Trippier. Well done. What do you think about Daniel Levy giving a huge pay rise, starting on a pay? I don't know about that, mate. I'm not going to comment on these sort of things. I'm here to talk about the team and performances, and the politics which go on behind it is not my fault. What's the City score, by the way? Spurs are becoming bigger than Brighton. Where did that come from? We're always bigger than Brighton. It's City at the moment, just starting to watch the City game. Thank you guys for the... Why do you want City to lose? We want City to win so that they won't concentrate on our City game. Nice one. Lily White, love Spurs, need to beat City. Ross Barkley, you've already said that, mate. Thank you, Irish fan. Relying on us to win. Dyer, do you think we can beat City? Anything can happen on our best days. Alrighty, it's 0-0. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the update, and it was lovely seeing you guys. I wish I could have talked more about the game, but, you know, I pretty much summed it up and managed to get there in the end. Sorry that the first video froze. If you guys enjoyed this, then I probably will do some of these more in the future, because this was quite fun. I really enjoyed this. You say City do it today. Spurs next season win the league, hopefully. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you're watching this as a video, I hope you enjoyed that as well. And other than that, check out my links everywhere. You know where you can find me. You can find me on Twitter. I've got a personal and a Spurs account. And then you can find me on Instagram. I have a Snapchat. Don't really use it much, so there's not much point adding me there. But you might want to have a Snapchat account for next week. Who knows? But the point is, you can find me on all sorts of things. Oh, and Facebook. Very good place to talk to me if you want to talk to me about stuff on Facebook. So yeah, check those out as well. And that was pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, somehow you stumbled across this video. And other than that, come on you Spurs.